Our next inductee will take us all back in time, long before most of us were around, but Mr. Jack Lorenz.
Our fourth inductee into the 2018 class of the Minneapolis Sports Hall of Fame is Jack Lorenz in football, graduating in the MHS class of 1948. Jack was a 180-pound all-purpose quarterback for MHS, earning 3 letters. While we have no season or career statistics from his era, his name appears in various highlights of MHS statistics, having scored 3 rushing touchdowns versus Belleville in 1947, completed a 63-yard pass for a TD, and converted 4 drop kick PATs versus Bennington, also in 1947. He then spent 4 years on the Kansas State Wildcats football squad, eventually switching from quarterback to playing guard, where he earned 2 letters. After KSU, he served as the first lieutenant in the Air Force during the Korean War. At the end of the war, Jack taught and coached in Anchorage, Alaska for 2 years before he returned to Kansas and later graduated from the Washburn School of Law. Jack then served as the county attorney for Morris County, Council Grove. His legal career continued with the Southwestern Bell Telephone AT&T Company in Kansas, Missouri, and New York states, becoming vice president of general counsel, and also served on the board of directors for Southwestern Bell Telephone Publications before retiring in 1991. At the request of the Missouri Bar Association, he then served many years pro bono as a mediator for many who couldn't afford legal help. In all, Jack served for 50 years in the legal profession. He spent his retirement years with his wife Marguerite in Chesterfield, Missouri, before passing away in 2017. He was interred in Minneapolis on July 1, 2017, with full military honors.
Unfortunately, we don't have any video or anything of him. But as a kid, I remember him and his drop kicks. I mean, that's old school. Nobody does that anymore. But every kid in town found a football, and they carried it around with them everywhere they went, practicing their drop kicks. And what you do is you take the center snap, you drop the ball, point down, and just as it hits the ground, you kick it. And if it goes through the uprights, you get some points. But it has to touch the ground. If it doesn't, it's just a punt. And one day, we were downtown, I think right in front of the drugstore, and one of the guys, one of the kids, decided to practice his drop kick. So he boomed it across the flow of traffic. It hit a car in the back window. It startled the driver. She swerved and connected with a trailer hitch on the back of a pickup across the street. Needless to say, there were a bunch of kids that lost their possession of their football for a few weeks. I don't want to name any names, but do you remember that, Cliff Johns? You have a very selective memory, huh? Okay, well, I said I wouldn't mention any names. Think real hard sometime and you might remember that. That was interesting. Mr. Lorenz's family resides in the St. Louis area, and it's a pretty long drive here, and they could not make it. So we will hang on to his plaque temporarily and make sure we get it shipped to the family as soon as we can. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Lorenz.